Hello everybody, this is JTSREVIEWSUK here, and today I'm going to be reviewing this mystery camera that I recently unboxed that I forgot to upload, but then I am uploading it, so you'll see it then. So basically this is just an immediate upload, but this actually has been a couple of days of me using this camera, which is good. Now what you get with this camera is the charger right here that has a European plug on it. You don't get the adapter with it, you need one, but I'll get to that in a minute. You get the camera with it, and you also get a composite cable to link it up to your TV. Now, the charger that comes with it only comes with a European plug. Well, mine did anyway, basically. But it's very easy to supply your own if you're in the UK or in the USA, as this does work under 100 volts to 240 volts. The European plug itself that comes with it will not work in UK or US sockets. You either got to get yourself one of these adapters in the UK where you can plug in a European plug like so and it works very well, or you have to get your own figure 8 plug. Now because this is all around the world voltage, it will work in pretty much any socket that you desire, really. So there you go, that's the charging part. Now the camera part of it looks like this. You get a lens cap on it, you can take it off or put it on as much as you like. It has an LED light on it. The only problem with this LED light is it only works with photographs, so if you think this will work for night shots or whatever, it won't do it. So I tried to get the LED to work, didn't work. And by the looks of this is a remote slot, but you don't get a remote with it. This is the strap like so. It also has a couple of buttons on the back. It has a record and a option for camera or video mode, and it also has a wide telephoto zoom on it, which will work in video or camera mode. Plopping it out like so, you'll see the unit will switch itself on. And we'll go through these buttons. This is your on and off button, even though it's not needed because every time you open it out it will turn itself on. It has a playback and a menu button, and it also has a flash option, which I thought would work for this LED at the front, but it doesn't. So yeah, a bit of a warning there. And not forgetting this other button here, which I have no clue, but it does do some menus, so that's what I'm using it for. Taking the lens cap off, you'll see that we've got a nice view through it. You can see it does view it, but yeah, we'll go over to quality in a minute. On board you get 1 minute and 6 for HD and much more for the other modes on it, which is good. Now let's go over the sticker, what it says. It says 32 gigs. It doesn't have 32 gigs on board, but I think it means it can supply a 32 gig card. By the way, which is SD, and I will show you where to put the cards in a minute. Full HD, well, it's not very full actually, it's 720p, and this camera doesn't even touch the surface of 720p, by the way. I'll get to that in a minute. Cmos Sensor, I haven't seen any Cmos Sensor going on in this thing as far as I know, but you do get a tripod mount on it, which is pretty bad. I'll get over to that in a minute. And such and so forth. You've got a little speaker on the top. The microphone I think is there as well. And I'll get to the microphone in a minute and what I think of the microphone and the camera itself. If you pop the lid on the bottom, you'll see that's where the battery goes, and there is the SD card slot there. So there you go, that's where it is. To simply charge the unit, all you have to do is take the battery out, like so. Pop it in your charger like so, with a bit of struggle and ease, but you do get it in there in the end. And then, you know, simply plug it in like so. Now, I said once in the unboxing I wasn't going to use this, but I'm using it for now until I can find the other one I've got in my cupboard. But anyway, you know, just simply plug it in and off you go. It shows a red for charging and a green for finished charge, or no battery in at all. This charger is okay, it does its job. I used to have Panasonic and Sony Bloggy back in the day, so I know what these chargers are capable of, and they're pretty good for the price you pay for them. You can just yank the Panasonic or the normal battery out and just slot them in. This one was a little difficult though, because it was a bit of a struggle to get the battery, and you've got to really press it in. I mean, on my Panasonic and that, you can just slot it in no problem, but that's not a big problem in my opinion. To get the battery in, it's simple enough. You've just got to struggle to put the battery in, and it's very difficult if you haven't got like 16 hands, but you finally get that in there and you're ready to go. Let me go through what the camera quality is like. Well, it says 720p on here, but I have to say this is not 720p. Think of a 4:3 screen and then size it down to HD. That's what this is basically, and it looks absolutely terrible. But if you're on a low budget, like 30 quid, this is an okay sort of camera for that price. This cable I haven't even, you know, tried out yet, so I don't even know if it works. But I don't want to plug that into my TV. I think I am capable enough to use a PC, but if you've got a TV with composite, you know, good luck with that one, and see how it goes. So yeah, it says it's got CMOS and all that, but it's not got CMOS, let's face it. It's just a webcam compressed down into so-called HD. It looks a nice camera. It does look very nice for as much as you pay. It's better than the AAA versions I've had in the past that have really been bad quality. This is a step up from that sort of camera, because, you know, it's better in certain ways of quality. This doesn't work very well in the dark, I have to mention. It really jips, it doesn't like it at all, but through the day it's not too bad. The quality is like 20 frames per second in my opinion, so it's not too great. And this on-off feature, I know you can switch it off, but on default, you know, this will get on everyone's nerves when you open up the camera and it says Skypix on it. So yeah, a couple of the things I hate is how it says high definition and how it's gloating about it, and it's nothing near that. But for the price, you know, can't really complain. If you want a simple vlogging camera, you haven't got a big budget yet, and you're thinking about getting a high powered camera later in the year, this could be your baby. But I would recommend something like a Panasonic flip camera or something. But if you want a physical camcorder, this is also your baby as well, I suppose. By the way, the camera I'm filming off is actually the Canon FS200. I'm hoping to update that to something like, I don't know, probably Toshiba or something. I'm going to give you a preview of what this camera footage is like, because that's what you came here for, not for me to blabber on about stuff. So here you go. So this is what the quality is like indoors, and I'm right next to the microphone as well, and I have to turn this up, but this is what it's like when the lights are on indoors. If you can hear that, that's the washing machine right there. Here's the zoom, which is actually not a zoom, but it's just a digital zoom. In the right area of my living room, you see what the quality's like. Let's look outdoors. So yeah, very jippy quality. Would you want this quality? I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, very, very jippy quality. And I just knocked something over. And as you can see, by the pace that man's going, it's pretty slow, jippy quality. And I just knocked something over. Great, I have to pick that up in a minute. Anyway, this is the quality. So now we've tested this Skypix camera in this quality of light and all that, which is indoor quality, by the way. I'm going to be showing you what the Canon FS looks like compared to this camera. This is not a very good comparison, I do apologise, but you know, it's just to show that if you spend a tiny bit more money, you will get what you pay for, which is what you do. Anyway, I'm going down the stairs with the Canon. Also, you can also get these cheap now, I believe. Now let's do a zoom, which is actually optical. I believe this was over 100 or something, but you can get, like, you know, Panasonic flip cameras that are well better than this now for the cheaper. As you can see, this is what it's like. No dropping in frames or anything like that. If we look out the window, you can even see that moth there, look. This is what you call perfect zoom. And as you can see outside, it auto adjusts and everything, and it actually works like a camera should. Now if we get someone flying past, hopefully we won't, you know, get things wrong, you'll see that's the normal quality of a camera. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little comparison. As I said, you know, it's up to you what you decide of what camera you want to get, but in my opinion, only get that camera if you really have less money in your account. Anyway, let's see what the reviewer says in the video. There's me. So there you go, basically that's what it looks like in quality, and what the picture looks like and such. I also took photos on this, but it has a SDHC, that's something to do with this. And yeah, it says high definition camera, but it's not that high definition. And it also says full HD, but 720p is not full HD. Full HD is 1080p, you know that, I know that. And if you don't, well, that's basically what full HD is. But now you can get 4K, so that's beaten by that. So there you go, basically, that's my review of it. I don't think this deserves much of a review, to be honest. But if you want something cheap, before you get yourself something high class, then yeah, I would recommend going for cheaper cameras. But to be honest with you, I would save up to 70 quid and get yourself a video camera that is over £70 for now until you can get something better. Because this thing is just like webcam quality, or even better if you've got a webcam or a phone, use that, because it's way better than this thing. You know, at least when you get your phone out, you know you can video it very quickly. So yeah, that's my review of it. But I basically give it around about a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad camera in its own right. You can't blame it for not being so great in quality for the price you pay. I was expecting less, like, you know, not very good quality materials, and it being too cheap to be true. But it actually comes with a physical on battery, which is better than the AAA or AA battery thing that you get with some cameras that are 20 quid. And for the extra amount of money, for 10 quid, you know, you get like an SD slot properly on it and a tripod mount and all that, so it's pretty good. In normal light it's not too bad, but in, you know, at night time, I would recommend not using this at all for that sort of stuff. And for the price, you know, you do get a physical charger with it and all that, so it's not too bad, I suppose. So 6 out of 10 is what I give it. It's got a lot of good presentation points for it, because it comes with a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff is what you're paying for, not the camera itself. So anyway, thank you very much for watching JT's reviews. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I want your feedback below if you've got this camera at all. I'll be happy to take in as much as I can, and tell me what you think of it, because me personally, if I had the choice over the Canon FS200 and this, I'd actually go for the Canon FS200, because one, it's a little bit more expensive, but it does better quality video. But if I was stuck with this, basically, then yeah, I won't mind using this for a while until I got something better, and then I'll hit it with a hammer and get something better. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention about the microphone on this thing. Well, if you viewed the footage, you'll see how bad it is. But yeah, you have to turn it up in your editing software, and you also have to suffer with the most worst microphone in the world. If you think the Toshiba ones were bad, you know, the Canuleos were bad, this is just terrible. It's the worst microphone in the world, and the camera's not too great on it either. So yeah, that's it. I thought I'd put this as a bonus clip because I forgot to mention it.